Hello, and welcome to the Ministry to Youth Stories podcast. And we are excited about this episode. We have our co host, Mikiala, who's with us. And we also have our guest, Dawson. So, Dawson, let's jump into your story.
Yeah. So one of my first mission trips I ever led, I've been on many, but one of the ones I've ever led was actually a few years ago. We decided to go to Cambodia as a church. We have a great connection there, and we had quite a few youth that were going on it. So some of our youth leaders went with us. And, the trip honestly is brutal. It's hot. You're constantly doing something. And then
I'm sure. And how far of a travel time was that? I mean, that sounds
it
pretty
was
far away.
It was like a 16-hour flight
Oh,
first off. And
okay.
then was it 16 or 16 hours? Either way, it was teens worth of
It was in
flight.
the teens, a
It
lot.
was in the teens. And then we landed in like Taipei, and then we took our connection to Cambodia. And so
Wow.
as soon as you get there, you're already like, I haven't slept in 36 hours. Like you're just wiped
Sure,
out.
totally.
And so I tell people all the time, you got to be tough to go on this trip. You got to be tough. And so, we get there, and the first few days you're adjusting to the food. Everybody's stomach's a little upset. Everybody's working through something is kind of the way I put it. You're down in liquid IVs, just trying to hang in there. And so eventually you get to the point in the trip where you're just like, okay, like I'm tired of eating mudfish. I'm tired of eating rice. Like I just want something else. So
Okay,
one
wait,
night.
what is mudfish? Just, I know, a little side note. I'm curious.
So, me being from the South, it's kind of like a catfish, but they like cook it over an open fire, or they just like put seasonings on it or something like that.
Okay.
And then you just they just put the entire fish in front of you. They don't cut it for you. There's the entire fish, and
The whole fish, and then you just got to cut through it and work through the bones and all that.
You just take a fork, you just jab it in there, like the eye is like the prize thing.
Kind of like crawfish. If you're from the South, you probably know what crawfish
absolutely.
is.
Yeah, no. Crawfish is more work than that, even.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, suck the heads and all that.
No.
Yeah.
No, I actually, I pastored down in Louisiana for a year and a half, so I had plenty of crawfish bowls.
Oh, my.
Bowls.
Okay, well, I'm from New Orleans. What part of Louisiana?
Lake Charles.
Oh, Lake Charles. Okay, great.
So, yeah,
I'm sorry. We took a little rabbit trail, but let's get back to the story. Mudfish, that's what
we do.
took us off the road.
So after, we've spent the week eating all of that food. And so, we're on about day 8 of the trip. So one night we said, hey, for dinner, like, can we not just eat rice and whatever else? Can we just like go and get some street food? Because there's a lot of street vendors. There's tourists. Mm-hmm. So we go to this like skewer place. And I mean, like, granted, situationally, I was like, probably not that great, but man, it was the best thing I ever had in my life. I ate like 5 of them,
Nice.
and so I'm a bigger dude, I'm going to eat. And so one of our guys on the trip, he was a youth leader at the time. He chows into one, and he goes, hey, like, I don't really feel good after this. Okay. Yeah. Hey, we're going to go to this like Korean barbecue spot. Like, we'll go eat. You go back to the room. No big deal. Take a tuk, go back. Well, there.
Hold on. What's a tuk-tuk?
It's like think of like a moped with like a carriage on the back and like a awning over it.
Okay, I've seen those like in the documentaries.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right, okay, great.
So he takes tuk back, whatever, and so we whatever. And weird thing about Cambodia, there's places with no running water, no power, no electricity, but you have cell service, full on 4G, 5G. You want it, there it is.
Nice.
So there's literally kids watching brain rot on their parents' phones, just like American brain rot is right there. Just it's there. And so he goes back to the room, and we're eating, and then he just FaceTimes me. I'm like, why is he FaceTiming me? Like, he doesn't feel good. Why is he FaceTiming me? And I see on the FaceTime he's purple. He's just like, he does not look good.
That's not a good sign.
And I'm like, okay. I was like, hey, buddy, like, what's going on? And he just goes, I think I'm allergic. I have an allergic reaction, which he had a food allergy, so we knew that. And I'm okay, well, hey, hang in there. Don't hit your EpiPen yet. Like, let's just see if we can regulate, like, control your breathing. Like, let's get it going. And so one of our guys earlier had gone back to the room because he didn't feel well. Just to begin, it was weird, hot, probably dehydrated. So we text him, hey, can you go check in on this guy? Yeah, no problem. So he checks in on him, and it's radio silence from him. And then I get another FaceTime call, and he's even more purple. And I went, okay. And I just said, just nod yes or no. Do I need to come over there? And he just went,
oh, no.
He nodded yes. And so we go, okay. So We had 2 guides. They're part of our church. They're Cambodian nationals, but they moved to the U.S. Kind of made a lot. They're awesome people. And so one of them, she was a nurse, so she goes, "Hey, I'm going to go with you." And then her husband came with us, and then so we just go, "Okay, we're going to leave the group. Like we'll be back." I had another pastor on the trip, so he helped kind of corral the other crew, and he said, "Hey, just keep me updated." Yeah, I'll keep you updated. And we get there, and and he's on the 3rd floor, so I don't even wait for the elevator. I just sprint up the steps. And then I basically kick in the door. I'm like, "What's going on?"
No.
And I just see him. I mean, he is like shaking on the bed, like gasping for breath. And we're like, "Oh no." And so I say, "Hey, did we use the EpiPen?" And I see the EpiPen. The EpiPen's the size of a pencil. It's not very big. And they already hit him with it. And it did nothing. And so
that's
he's
not
trying
good
to
if the EpiPen doesn't do anything.
Come on.
That's a really bad sign, plus the double purple situation.
Exactly. So, I mean, he's looking worse and worse, and we're just, this is not great. So, the lady, she just leaves. She just goes, "Okay, I'll be back." We go,
Wait, this is the nurse lady?
The nurse lady. She goes, "I'll be back."
All
and
right.
she just leaves.
Well, I don't know where she's going, but it is smart to have a nurse with you in some capacity. But
it'd
not
be
if she
great
just leaves, but hopefully she's
just
going to do
leaves.
something.
She just goes downstairs, just disappears. And so we're sitting there, and so I like CPR first aid. I coach football, so like you have to be like certified and all this stuff. And so I'm just like, "Hey, we're gonna like rub his rib, we're gonna rake his ribs as much as we can, just to kind of keep him awake, just so he can maybe regulate." So we're doing that. I mean, it feels like forever. I couldn't even give you a time, maybe 10 minutes of just doing this, and eventually he just slumps over. And we're just like, "Oh no." And so in my mind, I don't know why, I just had this split second where I thought back to like a couple days before. We drove by the U.S. Embassy, like on our way to a village. And
Okay.
"Oh yeah, hey, if anything ever goes wrong, just go to the U.S. Embassy." So in my mind, I was like, "Okay, we're going to the embassy." Like it doesn't matter, we're going. And so my phone just buzzes. My Apple Watch buzzes, just goes, "Bring him down here." And that was from the lady. She said, "Bring him down here." So, okay. So I go, "All right, we're moving, we're going." So, and if you've ever, probably never, but if you've ever carried somebody who's completely unconscious.
Oh my word. By the way, I have never done that.
Okay, it's on my resume now.
Come to that is when my kids were in junior high and I somehow like would carry them. But no, not somebody that's a full grown person
and he's just, I mean, he's out. Like he's a limp noodle. Dude can't move.
And you're carrying him down the stairs, or
well, there's a few of us. There's 3 of us in the room right there. So we have this younger guy, and then we have the Cambodian national and myself. And so, I work out. I'm an ex-college football player. Like, I'm strong. Like, I was like, I'm just going to throw him over my shoulder and we're going to go. I tried to pick him up and he like slipped out of my hands. Like, "Yep, that's not happening." So I was like, it's not happening. So the elevator there can only fit like 2 people at a time. So I just said, "Stuff him in the elevator. We're not carrying him down there. We're going to drop him. We're going to hurt him worse." So I'm telling you, we fold him like a pretzel and put him in that elevator. His body has never bent like that. And we just like threw him in there. We're just spamming the button.
oh my gosh.
And then I'm the first one down the steps. I sprint all the way down the steps. I'm talking like I never moved that fast in my life. I get down there and I just see his hand pop out of the door. It's just out.
That's so bad.
The nurse lady's nowhere to be found. So we pick him back up and we take him to the front steps of the hotel. And then we just like sit him up and he's just Weekend at Bernie's just out. so
that's a great reference. Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah, I remember that a long time ago.
And so we have him sitting on the front steps of the hotel. And then I just remember the younger guy looked at me and he's a pre-med student. So he just goes, "Do we start CPR?" And I went, "We're not there yet." I was like, "We're not there. We're not going to start this yet." And right about that time, I see the lady running from across the street with a wheelchair and 2 people chasing her. She had just, turns out, this is a God thing, across the street was an ER. across the street was an ER.
Well, that's good information to know.
You would never know. I'm telling you, it looked like just a pharmacy. It was just a pharmacy, but somehow they had this ER clinic. And so she has this wheelchair and these dudes are trying to stop her, but then they see us with this almost blue dude. And so we pick him up we throw him on there, and then we obviously have to get through the street of traffic. But people started to like slow down. They started to pick up on the situation. And then he was doing involuntary movements, like his muscles were flicking. So he couldn't we were trying to wheel him across, like his leg would get caught in the wheel or something. So
Wait, I'm curious. Tell me more about the involuntary movement, because that can get really weird and kind of funny. So just
from what I understand is when you start to like lose oxygen, your muscles will like fire
actively.
Yeah,
your muscles will fire. And so if there's any healthcare professionals and I'm wrong, it's all right. Like, don't come at me. This is just what I saw. All right. And so, but like he would like kick or like he'd flinch or something like that. And so he like got caught in the wheelchair, and I just said, forget it, pick him up. So we all just picked him up, but we finally had the orderlies. Like we're all
had
like
a bunch of people at this point.
Yeah, we're covered in like whatever fluids coming out of his mouth, sweat. Like we're just like carrying this dude, and then we take him into what is apparently an ER over there. Rats running on the floor, cockroaches
on the floor.
It was just I'm like, what are we doing?
Welcome to Cambodia.
And then we just, we just like slam him on the gurney, and I just step back, like, somebody do something.
Oh man.
And then, they went to work. They pumped him full of steroids and adrenaline and everything. But as they're like, they're hitting him with oxygen, and then slowly, modern medicine's pretty cool as you start to see like his colors start to return, and like him just go in full hives, like his entire body is just swollen. But as they're like, I was thinking, okay, they're about to hit him with like defib, like they're gonna defibrillate this guy. But they didn't. But what happened is the guy, he goes, hey, they're about to pull you away. And I go, why? He said, they asked who the leader is, and I pointed at you. I said, why would you do that? He goes, because they know you'll pay. I was like, that's fine. That's fine. And so they go, he's in intensive care. You don't have to pay now, but you have to pay later. I was like, fine, whatever, dude, however much it takes. And so they like took all of my fingerprints, like fingerprinted me.
Fingerprinted?
They were going to get that bill.
Hey, how does that stop me? Like, I just left. Like, how you didn't get my social security number or anything? Like, obviously U.S. thing, but like, you didn't get my phone number, like my address. But so they fingerprint me, and then he starts to come back. And then whoever, the nurse practitioner or whoever was on staff that night, like, just said, don't let him talk. Do not let him talk. You just oxygen the whole night. So he would. So eventually,
why would you not let him talk? Because it would take energy out of him? Or,
I guess. I don't, man.
Okay. You're just following instructions at this point.
He's not dead. He is not dead. I'm not going to the embassy.
Duct tape his mouth.
Exactly. So he wakes up and he tries. I said, nope, don't you say anything to me right now. Don't you say anything. And now I'm kind of like, you just put me through the worst
I love it. This is how he's coming to. He's coming to consciousness.
I'm not mad.
He's saying, don't say anything.
Don't say anything. And he's like, and then eventually, he starts to kind of really come to, and then they're like, okay, like, he's okay. And so he was just like, what happened? I said, dude, what happened? What's the last thing you remember? He's just like, I just remember I ate the chicken. I sit down on my bed. I wake up here.
Wow.
And I'm like, you serious? Because you went on a journey, brother. You went on a journey.
Okay, so what was he allergic to?
Peanuts. And that was what was on. That was what was on the skewer.
Wow. I had a peanut allergy.
And just destroyed him.
Who knew that peanut would be in chicken? But I guess it's the grease.
When you're right there by Thailand, because we're closer to the Thailand border, so I'm guessing that, because Thai uses a lot of peanuts, so I'm guessing that was what was on there.
Man.
And so,
the fact that he was able to FaceTime you initially is like, that's the miracle part, because my gosh.
And I just sat there. I was like, that was crazy. And then so we get the bill, and it was $400 to save that man's life.
$400
save that man. Like, I was like, man, it's about to be thousands.
In the United
I was like,
States.
it's about to be thousands. Like, I'm about to have to take out a mortgage to get this guy back to the U.S.
And they fingerprinted you over $400.
$400. I was like, I will pay it. I will pay it.
Yes.
Man.
Take my money.
Wow. So how long was he there?
He was there for about 2 days, if I remember correctly. At that point, I was just like, we just got to get home. Like, there's nothing else we can do. I just want to get home.
Yeah.
And so, and the weird thing was, just like after 2 days, jumped right back in. That was it. I'm just, all right, it's over. But
man,
next morning,
I'm sure the students were like, what happened? And then you guys had just a crazy story to tell.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that was the thing is like my phone's blowing up with the other pastors. I do, what's going on? Like, how's everything going? I do. I just text him hospital. Like it's just like I couldn't get another text out, and so we get it all done, and the next morning, we're like, okay, well, we need to get ahead of this because we don't want somebody to call their mom or dad or send a text and it just be like spreading like wildfire that somebody died, because before you know it 3 people died on the trip instead of 1 person had a peanut reaction. And so I go, hey, like we're gonna start with his mom first. So he's a younger guy, he's like 20, and so I was like, okay, like we're gonna call his mom. So I made them, somebody, that wasn't me, I don't know who, he called his mom first and goes, hey mom, I almost died. And I went, that's good. Way to go.
Not the way you want to lead talking to your mom.
So then somehow it got communicated to me that his mom was like, is there like somebody else I can talk to get this story? So I was like, yeah. So I called her.
Who's the adultier adult that I can
Is there an adult
to?
present? Yeah, exactly. Is there an adult present? So like, obviously I wake up and I'm just like, I just can't believe we just saved a man's life. Like just and so I call his mom. I was like, hey, how you doing? She goes, what happened? I'm like, yeah, fair question. I'll tell you. So I run her through all of it. And she was just like, oh my goodness. I think, yeah, it was a rough night. She goes, well, how is he now? I said, couple days. You guys should probably get him a better EpiPen next time.
Yeah, the EpiPen, because that didn't work. Wow. Well, did we ever figure out why the EpiPen didn't work?
It was just too small of a dose. I mean, there's different gauges, I guess. And so he had like the pencil one. No, we need like the silo, like hit him with the silo.
That's not the one you take out of the country. You need the big mamma jamma.
Mikiala, I'm curious, have you ever had a student or a leader almost die?
Oh no. That was harrowing. And nope.
So
man. Well, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a great story. Yeah, glad he's okay. And did he continue to serve with you guys?
So yeah.
And did he ever go back on another mission trip, or was he like, yeah, I'm done?
Well, so it's funny. So every other year we go to Cambodia, and so this year we're going back. So that was 2 years ago.
Okay.
And so obviously in the interest meeting, everybody knows the story now.
Yeah.
And so you got to explain it by listen. There's some caveats to this. But yeah, he actually, you know what? Like, he really grew in his faith, and now he's at another church working for them.
Really?
Okay,
great.
Yeah, so he works in like AV and tech and stuff. I'm like, and in maintenance. I'm like, hey, dude, hey, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you found a church community that loves you. So I want you to know, we love you. You want to know how much we love you? You just think about it.
Just think through that story, my friend.
Well, he kept on going, so that's great.
Yeah, he made it. He made it back. I said, and the rest of the trip, I just said, you can die on U.S. soil, but you're not dying on Cambodian soil.
That's right. Yeah. Or preferably just let's not die at all.
Exactly. Exactly.
That would be preferable. Wow. Okay, wait. I think you have another story. Do you have another story?
I do. I have so many.
I'm ready to dive in. Let's jump in.
We were having a winter camp. And so, big thing in the South is D-nows. Like, that's a thing of the past now, which I really hate. Like, I love
Is it a thing of the past? Okay, because I've never been. It feels like the D-now thing is mostly like Baptist churches.
Oh yeah,
but it's not just Baptist. But I knew. Yeah, it felt like it was a thing for a while, but it's not. It's no longer really a thing.
Yeah, I guess.
We just call it different things now, right?
Yeah, true. Like Reach Weekend or something like that. And so
something catchy.
Meltdown. Yeah, if really, that's old school. Meltdown's old school. Going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee for Meltdown. Oh man, those are the days.
Meltdown in Gatlinburg.
I always went for New Year's.
I have a funny Gatlinburg story, non-youth ministry related. Maybe we can come back to that in a future episode. But anyway, okay, so let's get going. Yeah. What happened?
So I'm trying to do like a discount D-now out here. Like, our kids will stay at a house, which is obviously really trusted people. So we partnered with another church. And so we played broom ball. Now, what broom ball is kind of like hockey, but without the skates and without the puck. You wear sneakers, and then you have a stick. It looks like a broom, and then they roll a ball around, and that's just what it is.
And you're on ice, right?
Okay. The fun part
so
is
we've done winter camp multiple times in Hume, SoCal, and they have a big broom ball tournament with 400 to 500 students.
Oh wow.
We would take our middle school there, and the 2 years that I went there, our group of junior high guys actually won the championship twice in a row. Different like
Nice.
groups of kids, but it was still our group. So yeah, a lot of fun and very competitive.
Yes, very aggressive. It can get aggressive. And so we're playing, and yeah, everything's good. There's the weird thing about this ice rink is we didn't sign waivers. There was nobody there. Like, we paid them in cash. Like,
Oh, sketchy.
so
Sounds a little sketchy.
You think back, like, man, okay, but you sometimes you just respect those old mom and pop shops. They're just like, hey, yeah, come on. Like, you kind of look for that sometimes, just for the flexibility. So they've just put a big timer on the wall. I guess they come back later. I don't know. And so there's literally 3 minutes left. And one of my best friend now, our worship leader, who is a youth leader as well, he comes up to me, and he's pale, and he goes, hey, one of our leaders got hurt. I go, okay, well, all right. I go, how bad? And he goes, there's blood on the ice. And I just see like a literal like trail of blood. So I'm like, okay, like, it's not too bad. It's patchy. Well, it's not bad. Like, I've seen worse. I've done worse. So I go, and I'm all right. He's there. Well, where is he? Oh, he's in the bathroom. Okay, so I go in the bathroom, and yeah, this is my friend. He's my friend Eric. If you listen to this, shout out to you. He's a youth pastor up in NorCal actually now. But he was a student, and so he's in the Army. So we're really cool. We're buds, and so hey, I walk in and I just see him. Eric's pale too. I'm like, Eric, man, what's going on? And he just looks at me, and I go, what? He holds up his finger, and I can see the bone.
Oh,
and I go,
you can see the bone.
and I go, okay.
I like how calm you are. Okay, yeah, I see the bone. I'm not going to say that, but
yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what happened? He goes, I'm guarding the goal. He's playing goalie. A kid takes the stick and just bashes his finger with it, and it just rips the fingernail off.
Oh,
He's bleeding, so he's just running underwater. So I was like, okay, well, well, you're trying to wash it out. You're trying to see how bad it is. And so I'm like, all right, well, we stop the bleeding. Like, he's Army too. He's Army. So he's like, he's on it. Hey, we got to stop the bleeding. Yeah, absolutely. We got to stop the bleeding. So we go, okay, well, let's start. Let's find us a first aid kit. Let's get some gauze. Let's pack you up and get out of here. And so, cause then the time's over. So now at the same time, all the youth kids are just like, well, what are we about to do? Where are we going?
yeah.
So we got kids coming in the bathroom, like, what's going on? I'm like, no, get out. Just get out. Just don't talk to me right now. And so one of our leaders, she had like a nice car, so it had like a first aid kit in it. We couldn't find one there. We found a first aid kit from the ice rink. It's just full of Band-Aids. Just Band-Aids. So great. We're not putting a Band-Aid on that. So,
needs more than a Band-Aid.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
So we get in there, and I'm just like, okay, Eric, like, we're gonna get this going. So we're just using paper towels, just like trying to stop it. It doesn't stop. So finally this leader, like, I send my worship leader friend who, like, he always helps me with the youth. He's really well respected, great guy. Just go, hey man, just get them in cars and get them out. I don't care. They need to go to their host homes. I can't keep doing this right now. He's like, you got it. Like, no, don't worry about it. So then great on my leaders just like took initiative. Hey, I got these kids in my car. I'll make a double trip. Like, they're good there. And so I eventually wrap up Eric's finger, and I mean, like, the thing is, pressure stops bleeding, so we wrap it really tight. His fingernails barely hanging on. There's obviously some pieces missing. And so I go, all right, we're spending the night in the ER. Here we go. So the problem is, the next morning, like, the morning session was like 8 a.m. So I was planning on getting to the church by 6. So I was like, all right, here we go. Like, it's gonna be late night, and it's already 11 o'clock at night. So I was just like, well, we're gonna see what happens. So we get to the ER, and the leaders are like constantly updating that, hey, so-and-so's, hey, all the kids are dropped off. So the leaders are like great leaders. I love my leaders. They're a team. Like, that's what I love doing, is building great teams. And so we're in the ER, and we get there, and it's packed. I'm like, great.
Of course.
So, and his dominant hand is the one got hurt. So I'm filling out all this paperwork for him. Like, we're just talking. Like, he's a Bible student, so we're going through Greek flashcards because we have no other time. Like, we're just
that's an interesting thing to do.
we had no, like, we didn't have cell service in the middle of this hospital, and so they finally get him a bed, but it's in the bay. So, like, he's just like in this hallway in a bed. And then we wait forever to see a doctor. The nurses are walking by like, oh, yeah, you're the guy with the busted finger. Like, yeah, you want to help him? Just like,
right. Word just got around. Everybody knew.
And then eventually the doctor, I mean, it's probably 2:00 in the morning. The doctor finally walks over. Hey, we're going to x-ray your finger. And he just walks away. All right, cool. They get the x-ray. He broke the very tip of his finger off. It's broken off. Not like completely like missing the tip, but like the tip is broken. Okay. And then he goes, well, you may have to go see a hand surgeon. Like, we don't know. So eventually, short story long, they end up like sewing him up, cutting off fingernails, sewing him up. And they couldn't stitch the middle because there's pieces missing. And so, but by the time we're done, I get back to my place with him because I was like, dude, you're not going to drive home. Like, you're just going to sleep here. And
that would not be very nice if you made him drive
Not a great
home.
idea. Not a great idea. You're just going to sleep in my place.
You have to drive home.
So we have a guest bed. You're sleeping on the guest bed. Like, this is how this is going to go. So he sleeps. I sleep for maybe 2 hours. And then I'm up. I got to be at the church. Like, it's time to go. It's probably like 4 a.m. So we have like a full day of stuff.
Oh, my word.
And so we, I'll say that ER doctor was legit though. As weird as he was and as just uninterested as he was, he sewed him up, did such a great job that he didn't have to go see a surgeon. He was all cleared up.
That's great. Yeah.
And now, and so, yeah. So I was like, I've done easy and I've done very difficult.
Yeah. So you have to like pull an all-nighter and then like the whole next day you're just doing, I guess, the best that you can.
And it's just running.
Did you get a nap in there?
No. Because it was like, hey, we're going to a trampoline park. Hey, I preached in the morning. We've got this. Because, like those days, it's a weekend. You're trying to get as much in as you can.
Yeah.
And so after all of it was said and done, I just remembered like, dang, we did that. We got
and then like he didn't lose his finger after or anything?
The finger the funny thing is like he has this like really thick fingernail now. It's like super thick.
Yeah, sometimes it grows back and it's different. Yeah. And thick.
And so the doctor called it
what happened with the kid who was the culprit?
So he, I mean, what do you say? It's just, so I never really directly said anything to him because I was just like, because as soon as Eric got hit, he goes, this is why you don't slash. And he like showed him like his finger. But I was like, I mean, like, if that's all you're going to say, I'm cool with that. I was expecting a little bit more from you.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, but the kid he's still around. He's a young adult now. And so it just, I didn't know.
Well, he survived. Any scar? Was there a scar?
No. I mean, like I said, that is all under that fingernail. So now it's just super thick and he's
that's right. Okay.
So he has a great story to tell and so do I. So and we bonded for life. For life.
I'm sure. Isn't that the interesting thing? Like whenever you go through something like that with a student, and it always happens at camps, right?
Always.
Whenever you're doing a D now or you're doing like a big event or, something like camp related, that's when something happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yes. Crazy. But you have that bond. You have that bond with that student and it'll never go away.
Oh yeah. And we're friends for life. Eric and I, he's a youth pastor now. So we all we always just talk back and forth, play video games together. So
nice.
we're best of boys now. So
so good.
Man. Well, Mikiala, ever have a student almost lost their finger?
Not their finger. I did. This was in Gatlinburg. I had a kid who went down the conference steps and face down, smashed their face open on the concrete steps as we were leaving the conference center. So it was at night and it's Gatlinburg, so everything's closed. And so I have like leaders running down the street to like CVS and banging on the doors. We need ice. We need stuff. We need help. And but it was great. It ended up fine. Everybody was great. We got ice from a store that had just locked the doors, but I have a very tenacious volunteer who made them open the door and give her the ice.
Door now!
Yes.
Or something like that, please.
Yeah. So there was a lot of blood. It was not fun.
Wow. Okay, so was the student okay? Because if you hit head first and you said on the concrete or the cement?
Concrete, face down. Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have some some stuff happening there.
She's got a lovely face, no scars. She survived. Her dad was there with her, so that also helps. But it was just one of those things where I was like, but she's a dancer. She's able to
Yeah.
like do all of these things gracefully. And it didn't matter. Those steps were like, not today, girly, not
Mm,
today.
yeah. Uh, yeah. I remember this one student who, I don't know if I've said this. Uh, if I did, Mikiala, please let me know. But he was real hesitant his 6th grade year to come to camp at all. But I tried to invite him multiple times to come to winter camp, summer camp. He wouldn't come. Finally, decided he'd come to 7th grade camp. The summer, going from 6th grade to 7th grade. That was the puke story camp, which you can go back to episode 1 and hear that entire story, which basically meant half or more of the students were puking everywhere. It was a big disaster. So he did not have a good time there, which was his first camp with us. And then tried to get him to come to like the next camp. And he was off and on about it, but he finally decided, because he had a really bad time, like his whole family got COVID during Christmas,
Oof.
and basically meant they didn't have a Christmas because of that, or some sort of like version of a drive-by Christmas. And it was really unfortunate. And he decided he was going to come to winter camp, and he was really hoping that it would be like this great experience. And he's like, okay, I'm going to give it another try. Like, it's going to be okay. And long story short, he starts to feel bad, kind of like maybe the second night of winter camp.
Oh,
And it gets to the point where his parents have to come and get him. And then his parents told me he had COVID, like as soon as they
no.
tested him as soon as he got home. So he got COVID. Felt so bad for
That
him.
poor kid.
And it was like just such a bummer for him. But then he finally came to the next camp that we had. He gave it a try again, and he finally was okay. He had a good experience. Nothing weird or bad happened. So that's
I
good. That's
appreciate
good.
the many tries. I
Yeah,
love
he just
that.
kept trying. And yeah, he's just one of our core kids who would show up to everything. And I'm glad, like I kept saying, dude, this is like, you finally went through camp and you didn't get sick. Congratulations. I feel like I should give you a medal.
Love it.
All right. Well, Dawson, appreciate you coming here. So we have a few things in common. We're both from the South, and we
Yeah.
both currently live in California. So tell me where you're from and where in California you are.
So yeah, I'm from Greenville, South Carolina originally. So I'm a Clemson fan. So
Nice.
I can claim that. But also, yeah. So I live in Chino, California. My church is in Diamond Bar. So Disneyland is always the way to tell people where it is. My church is about 15 minutes north of Disneyland. Is the best way to
Yes.
say it.
There you go. Okay. Wait, have you ever taken your students to Disneyland? I mean,
No, I think it's my leaders that suffer the worst after
yeah.
hearing all the
Yeah.
stories.
I could totally understand that.
So, yeah, but
Gotcha.
we've gone to Knott's Berry Farm quite a few times.
Yeah.
So.
Knott's Berry Farm is fun. When we were in San Diego, or when I lived in San Diego, I've taken students to Knott's Berry Farm before, because it's not too far from us. And Disneyland, like from San Diego, isn't too far either. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's great. Well, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, good stories. Mikiala, any final words?
No, I'm just grateful that y'all survived all those stories because that was crazy.
Yeah,
Great.
thank you. Yeah, we get God blesses. Yes, God
Yeah.
blesses us
Yes.
all.
All right. Well, hopefully next time we do a D now or a camp, everything's fine. Or a mission
Absolutely.
trip to Cambodia.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going this year, you said, right?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, so
Okay.
that was a fun thing to explain before.
Let me start praying for y'all now.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly. No,
we
I
need to
said if
keep
you have food
things-
allergies, don't go. If you have food allergies, don't go.
Just don't do it.
All right. Well, thanks again. Have a great day. This episode is brought to you by ministrytoyouth.com. We save you time and money by creating youth ministry resources to better point students to Jesus. The one thing that separates us from everyone else is our bundles and one-year curriculums, as well as, you could also get individual series. We have over 15 years of youth ministry curriculum, including Bible studies for students, teaching series, events, games, and more. So be sure to check us out at ministrytoyouth.com.